I'm off on a walk as promised. Up over the big hill that is above my house. You can't really see it at the moment. I'll show it to you on the way. Here I am. The bus just dropped me off at the top. This is the Viewpoint car park. As you can see, there's an amazing view. I don't have any money for the ice cream man, so that's my next direction. Up the stairs, and there is the Pepperpot. At the top, it's quite a steep climb, so I won't film going up most of the way. I might catch the odd moment here and there, but I'll see you at the top. Yeah, this is steep. I'm probably gonna get very wheezy before I get to the top, so. Mud. Very squelchy. Here we go. I'm going that way. That's a burial mound up there. Is it there, or it could be just the other side? But I'll show you if I see it when I get there. Well, you can see it peeping over the top of the hill. If you've not heard of it, the best theme park in the country over here. Here we are. Very old kissing gate. Nearly there. Just got to be careful that there are cows around, although I can't see any at the moment. I can't run like I used to. So I hope if I meet any on the way they behave themselves. Also sheep sometimes. Can you hear the skylark? A little plane going over. This is quite lovely today. It's now Monday. Right, let's catch you up in a minute. I won't linger too long. But this is what you get. St Catherine's Oratory, or better known to us as the Pepperpot. Used to have a bigger bit once upon a time, but it's not there now. Built in 1328. I was told it was quite wet in here yesterday, but it's dried out a little since. The wind whistles through, and look, there it goes to the top. It's kind of eerie, to be honest, when the wind's blowing. Let's give you a little look outside. faithful and a cup of tea. So what perfect place is it to sit down and have a good meal? There we go. There's my teddy bear jam jar that I saved years ago. I use that all the time for my milk carrying because I like soya milk, not cow milk. And it goes a bit funny if you leave it in hot liquid for too long. So there we go. Nice cup of tea. Cheers, everybody. Okay, so I had my stop at the Pepperpot, and I'm now heading in a northwesterly-ish direction. I don't have a compass, so I'm not 100%. And you can see that ridge ahead of us there, and I'm walking along the top of that ridge to the Hoy Monument at the far end. You may be able to see it poking up out of the trees. Now, beyond that, if you sort of follow the line of the hills towards the far end, that's towards Appleford and God's Hill. Now, that way you can see if I can see. So goodbye to the Pepperpot. I hope you can hear me. I put my scarf where the mouth plug is on the phone, so hopefully you can hear me a bit better. But so here's the walk. It only takes about 20 minutes long, this top walk, and it's lovely. It's springtime, and I am hoping to see some bluebells. My friend walked up here yesterday. She's sort of one of the walking groups on the island, I forget which one, sorry. And they said that the bluebells were out. Now it's almost May, which is kind of one of the best times to see the bluebells because they're all in bloom at this point and hopefully not going over too quick. It's a bit chilly, but the walk will keep me warm. I've had to take my rain jacket off because they get a bit sweaty inside, and then before you know it, you're all soggy. So there are some clouds over there, but the wind's coming from behind me towards them, so I'm hoping they're sort of just passing by and I'll stay dry the whole journey. So I'll catch you up in a sec for the next bit. So I'm just coming up to some cows here on the right. Luckily they're on the other side of the fence. I can't run as fast as I used to, so we don't want any of that chase music. So I'll just zoom in a bit. They're quite lovely, really. Very relaxed looking. Sorry about the wobbly camera work. And yeah, they look pretty happy. But they're usually pretty calm. I've met 2 couples already coming and going, but there's quite a lot of people comes and goes around here. And I think they're probably used to seeing people and not getting too upset. So there's an interesting bit just around this corner in a minute. Bit of just the geography of the land. I'll give you a glimpse of that in a minute. So looking towards the west now, back towards the needles of fresh water. I don't know if I can zoom in. Let's have a look, see if we can. I don't know if you can see that because the screen's hard to see. It's very bright. steep bit coming up, so I'll just pause for a minute, catch up and show you this interesting bit of geography. So here's the interesting geography. Very steep hill. I forget what they call it now, it's a long time since I've been at school. You know, the slope that's steep on one side and then tapers off at the other. Well, that's what this is. And I'm not sure if some of this was modelled from wartime activity or if it's just natural. But I have walked along some of those ridges and it's a lovely little walk. Sometimes you can see where the fox or rabbits or sheep follow, and that's in itself is a nice walk. When you come from the other direction and you don't want to go up another hill, I can hear sheep in the background. Babies are out coming now, and there's a lot less wind, so it's a lot calmer down here, and it's really rather nice, and it's so green. Now there we are. Now that's not a lake, that's covered over vegetable fields there. That's probably potatoes, they often do that. So it's looking rather nice, isn't it? You can just see the skylarks going along. I don't know if you can follow them. So yep, ground's pretty uneven where the cows come along. Just hoping I don't go base over apex is the polite way of putting it. I didn't bring any food, just tea. Could be a small lake over there, but then again, as I said, didn't bring my glasses because I'm a plonker. But there you go. So a bit further on, I'll meet you at the gate. So just a quick glance back, and we've actually passed the point where we can see the Pepperpot, but we can see the mast. There's a cow giving me the It's okay, Daisy. I'm not interested. Allergic to milk. Yep, cows have been here. Always shut the gate. It's a bit easier to see now, the Hoy Monument. Can you see the tall structure ahead of us? It's built by Queen Victoria in memory of some chum of hers, could have been a family member, I'm not sure. Lord Hoy, I think he was Russian or something. So we'll get to see that at the other end. Now we're down the lower side, come down the hill, you see, now there it is peeping over the top again. So that's not far, it looks like a long way, but it's really not. It's one field, maybe, or two short ones. Now, that direction, that's God's Hill. And then we've got Shanklin and Sandown the other side of those hills. And Ride in that top corner to the right there. And the hawthorns in bloom. Looking lovely. I think you can make like a jam or something out of fruits if you have the time and patience to pick them without prickling yourself off to death, because they are pretty stabby. I'll give you a show. There. But they do smell nice actually. And obviously the bees like them. Can't really smell them at the moment. I don't know whether my nose isn't quite working, but as you can see, pretty. Lovely colour. And thank you to those other subs, by the way. It's been quite lovely I'm actually up to 51 at this moment in time, which is great, and I really appreciate that. So, I'll see you in a minute. You know what, I'm doubting myself now. I don't think this is hawthorn. There's another word, but I've got really bad doolally brain, so I forget at the moment, but I'm sure you country types will know what I'm talking about. It does smell kind of slightly nutty-ish. And there's the first sign of the bluebells. Let's see if I can get a shot. There, just about a bit of blue there. Well, whatever it's called, the bumblebee likes it. What a beauty. I do love a bumblebee. Bumblebee. Here we are. Now, it's either one of two sorts, and it's either forget-me-not or speedwell. I can never remember the difference, but I will look it up and let you know. I really have to be careful here because it's quite long grass. And one thing that there is quite a lot of up here are adders. I really don't want to stand on one because I don't want to hurt it, and I really don't want to be bitten by one. Oh, crikey. Okay, I submit. Bird scarer for the crops. Yep, this old bird got scared. That was really loud. Especially talking about, and there it goes again. Talking about adders. Talking about make the jump scare. Okay, here we go. Bluebells. This is what my mission was. And they're real pretty. Oh, I love them. So, yeah, the blackberries are stretching themselves out. There's usually quite a good crop up here because there's not too many people picking them, but the rabbits love them. Okay, so let's move on. I'm almost halfway along this top bit. I'm only going slow. It's so warm up here. I'm surprised it's not more windy. Coming up that hill, it was really blowing a gale and my hair was in my face, but this is good. Now, there's a bench just up there. I believe this is the halfway between the two monuments, the two separate constructions. More bluebells. So I'm on the bench. There we go. And I think this is about halfway. I think that's why the bench was put here. It's just to give you a clue. It's warm, it's breezy, but it's not too hot, it's not too cold. And that's over towards Chale, Bryston, Mottiston, all that way. That's another walk I should probably take you all on at some point. There's quite a flock of sheep down there. 100 or more maybe. Yeah, look at these pretty flowers. Is that gypsophilia? I'm not sure. More bluebells. The nice thing is this is a very gentle walk. Once you've gotten up that big hill, it's very gentle on the legs, and for old wheeze bags like me it's very easy, you know. A few minutes at the top takes away the effort that you spent getting up, and then you're just wandering along at your own pace, which is slow. Slow to stop in my case. No rush. So it's a perfect chance now that the sun has finally come out. Oh, goodness me, that is so loud. A well-trodden pathway, as you can see. I don't know if farm vehicles come up here. They could be shooting at pheasant. Right, so the wind's picked up. I've moved along a little bit, and then the clouds are a bit closer, and I'm almost at the Hoy Monument. I've had a little phone call in between, so the weather has changed somewhat and got a bit more windy, but here we are anyway. So this is a really nice part of the world where I live. As I said, I haven't been up here in a long time. I can't remember exactly the date. Was it 2011? I think it was later than that, so it's not as long as that, I don't think. But as you can see, bluebells here, there and everywhere. You often get sheep up here, and they all get trampled. Now I think this... Oop, nearly dropping the phone, excuse me, hiccups. I think that's foxglove. So this might be the dormant year, because they just go dormant for a bit and then they come up again every other year, don't they? So let's carry on and make the walk. I think I'll stop and have a cup of tea, and now there were some geocache things up here, if that's your thing, and little walks kind of go off in different directions from here. You can go down the hill through the woods that way, takes you down to a road eventually. I believe it's Upper Dole Coppice. We'll see on the footpath doofer in a minute. Yeah, Dole Coppice is 3/4 of a mile. A public bridleway. Yeah, it's lovely. So I think somebody's moved that around because that's not in the right position. But down there is the way. It's very pretty, and have a little, just sneak into the beginnings of it. I haven't actually done that walk for maybe 20 years. But there's a little farm. Oop. And look at the bluebells absolutely carpeting around these trees, and there's the farms peeping through the building, through the trees, sorry, down there. But I'm this way, so we'll go this way. And have a sit down. I'll take a picture of the written information. Some interesting plants over there. Is it daffodils? Did somebody put daffodils up here? I can't see very well without my glasses. Oh, no, cowslips, I think. Wow. Yeah. You don't see these very often now. They're quite rare outside in the country. What a beautiful thing, aren't they? Look at those stunning, bright and cheerful flowers. Cowslips. I can hear a bee heading this way. Bumbly, bumbly, bumbly. Oop, just got stung. Oh well, it's not a proper walk without a sting, is it? Stinging nettle stings, not bumblebee stings. The path, avoiding adders, stinging nettles, brambles, bumblebees and other perils in the countryside. Now, here we are. See? Look at that. That's really high. You can't really get a perspective of it, but it is massive. Now, I am 5'5", and I think I come up to the bottom of the plaque of the plinth. So then you can see as I get closer how big it is. I'm not sure if I even come up to the bottom of that actually. Oh, blinking bird scarer. No, I don't. I come up to there. There's the bottom of the plaque, another foot ahead of me. So about 6.5 feet up just to the plaque. This tablet was erected by William Henry Dawes, 22nd Regiment, in honour of those brave men of the Allied armies who fell on the Alamein at, oh, I can't really read that very well, Inkerma something. It's weathered quite a lot actually. And at the siege of Sevastopol, AD 1857. There we go. And looking up, oh, there we are. It's a long way up. Right, I don't like looking up that high. There are the bluebells. Do you see them? It smells lovely actually. The bluebells smell really nice. They have their own unique smell. You can't say, oh, they're like this or they're like that, because they have their own smell. And there's lots of foxgloves in their dormant stage. Wow, look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, it's so pretty. It's very warm. When it's not blowing really strong, it's very warm. We're a little, well, we have been quite a lot below average temperatures for the time of year. Birds, can you hear them? Beautiful. So, I'm going to go and get myself a cup of tea, enjoy the bird song and the view, and I'll show you the view on the other side, which is another beautiful stretch. If you're ever thinking of having a holiday and you're not into towns and things, try and find your way down here. If you Google Maps it, you'll find it without much bother. Here we are. Time for tea. There's a bit of tea staining on this, but I do use it 24/7. There we go, nice cup of tea. Lovely stuff. I'll just put my scarf over the bit where the voice goes in because it helps cut the sound, the wind sound. For such a remote place, there's lots and lots of people pass you by. Not too bad today, I think about 6 now, 6 or 7. There was a jogger man, another lady who started to talk to me, but I was on the telephone, so I feel a bit bad because I think she thought I was rude. But you know, it's not hawthorn, I know it's not, and I do know the name of it, but can I remember it? No, I can't. So you know what it is probably, and you're sitting there shouting, it's such and such at me. Golden something. Not goldenrod, because that's not a prickly bush. I don't think it's hawthorn because hawthorn's got long spikes on and they're very thorny, hence the name. That one is something else, and I'm going to pop off and look it up on Google because it's going to drive me nuts. It's so warm just now. The wind has died down and I've just had a cup of tea and the birds are singing and it's so warm. I did come up here one time on the solstice to watch the sun come up, and ironically, as it usually happens, it was thick cloud, but did have a lovely morning, about 4 o'clock or something like that, earlier than that. The bird scarer is a bit annoying. And I discovered it's called gorse bush. So yeah, I had the wrong one in my head. For some reason I do get things like that muddled up. And you can make a drink with gorse flowers. Was it Hugh Fernley Whitting's stall that went out with a chap? I think I can hear, that could be the Spitfire. We have a Spitfire that goes over the head of us quite often to practice for displays and stuff. Might be, no, maybe not. There is a trail up there, but I don't know if I'm pointing at it because I can't see anything but my own reflection. Ah, the wind's gone off and it's absolutely stunning. Look how still the little plants are. There's going to be a breeze now just to prove me wrong, but anyway, beautiful. Oh, I've been longing for a day like this. So pretty here. You could almost hear a pin drop. So anyway, I'm gonna get myself up on my feet and make a walk. I haven't eaten today, so probably would be a good idea to go home and get something to eat at some point. I'm going to go down this bit through this gate and down the path and I'll show you the way down, on the way down. I'll see you next time, hoy. Right, so down the hill we go, back to the Shire. Now, ooh, it's a bit awkward, this one. It's very steep, this bit. There's a big old gap under the gate, so if a sheep really wanted to go off, it could. Now, I'll be going down there, but I'll just stop for a second and show you this. Now, this is the day's getting on. I've made a lot of film, and I know I'm not going to be able to upload all of this at once. So now this one is Campion. Now they'll come out bright pink. You know, the little pink bell-shaped 5 petals, I think. Ah, it's so gorgeous down here. It's one of my favourite little places, this. Butterfly, but he offed. Is he coming back? Nope, he's gone. Here's the Campion. This one's opened. Pretty, isn't it? Yeah, not a bell shape. I don't know why I said that. Now, anyone out there having difficulties in life, I do hope this pretty walk is of some help, because it's helping me. I'm having a difficult time, I've already said so, but I don't want to labour the point too much. But if you are having a hard time, definitely, I don't know, maybe call your GP, because I had a phone call and some very lovely people have been talking to me and are going to progress a bit more help. I've been having some time off because of a few stressful times I'm going through, but I forced myself up and out. I knew it would be sunny today. This is also the day that my grandparents were married, 91 years ago, 29th of April 1933. So thanks to them, I am here. And they were together for 4 years before they got married, and they were married for 72 years and were generally very happy. My grandmother was a very lovely, very correct lady. Liked to go to church and liked to bake cakes. That's one of the things I remember about Grandma, is that her house would smell of cake. Or the other thing she liked to do was cook little chipolata sausages for breakfast, and that was so delicious. Now this bit here. Now that goes to Dol Coppice, but it's the wrong direction for me, unfortunately. Look at this awesome big tree. It's huge and beautiful. I absolutely love trees. And I'm at my absolute happiest in woodland. You know, people say, oh, your happy place. Where's your happy place? And people often say, oh, the beach, I want to be in the beach. And no, woodland, that's what I like best. I love a bit of woodland. So through the gate and down the hill. Let's check it shut. Yep. It's nearly always muddy down here. I expect to have clumpy feet in a minute. Now this is a gorgeous view. I came up here in the snow one time. Oh my golly, it was stunning. What a view. I'm so lucky to live here on this island. As Judy Garland said, there's no place like home. That's better. Now, love this tree. It's all hollow underneath, but it's still going. Wonder how long it's been stood. I suppose one day I'll come up here and it'll be laid across the path. Let's have a look. Has it got some buds? Oh yeah, still just about. You keep going, old friend. Keep going. Well, here we are, looking a bit haggard and windswept. And there's my adventure behind me. You saw what's ahead of me. And what a lovely day for a walk. It's been a long time. Haven't had any exercise or walked for a really long time. But I needed it. So, if you enjoyed this, I would massively appreciate a like on the film, or all or any, or whatever it is I managed to upload. And if you please drop a little comment, because comments have been an absolute rarity at the moment, and it would be nice to get a bit of feedback. It couldn't be a better day for it, really. I wish that the birthday could have been a proper celebration for my friend. Squabbling sparrows. But yeah, sometimes you just can't keep your wishes. You just have to keep those memories going. So drop a like, maybe a sub, because I'll try and do another one, different area. There's another favourite walk is the Motcheston, Longstone, over Bryston direction, and I might be able to do part motorcycle, part foot walk, but who knows. I do have a small body camera to clip on, so might be able to put a bit of the motorcycle ride in that if I can figure out how to make it work. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.